Hello, people of the tubes. So here's a little ramble about several movies which didn't really warrant having a full video dedicated to them. And also I'm not scripting this, so I might be rambling even more than, well, I guess I'll be at my usual level of rambling that I have in non-scripted videos. Yep, there it goes. Probably gonna get edited out, in fact. Or not, who knows. So I've watched a few movies, and they were actually fairly good. For example, there was this movie called Justice League Dark. Dumbest name ever, but it was actually really good because it featured Batman and Constantine. I don't know if those two are in the same universe by default, but damn, they're fucking awesome. Constantine is so cool, and just him being part of the Justice League would be amazing. And that was a really good movie because magic and Batman, bat magic, and also demons. Insane demons in it. Really good stuff. And then another movie I saw was Logan, which is on the complete other spectrum, which is a bold new envisioning of X-Men stuff. And by bold I mean just bold to be weak. Just portraying the characters to be weak instead of bold. Kind of anti-bold, but it's kind of interesting regardless because Patrick Stewart was amazing in it. I mean, the Wolverine, I can take him or leave him, but I suppose the main reason why I didn't completely love Logan was because the Wolverine is not really a likable character to me. And then showing him at a slightly weaker level than usual is just... Okay, so now he needs to be more human than usual. More vulnerable and more relatable. But that's not really what I like about the Wolverine. I like the old Wolverine, but I mean the Wolverine that we saw in Wolverine Origins. I know that movie wasn't very acclaimed, but I liked it a lot. I like the X-Men Wolverine, cinematic Wolverine. And I'm not sure I like the direction that they picked with Logan when it comes to the Wolverine, but Professor Xavier was amazing in it at least, so he was good. And I guess it was a competent story and very emotional in the end, which is not really why I go and watch Wolverine movies because of emotions, but alright, I guess it could work. Same thing with the Lego Batman. I mean, that rubbed me the whole wrong way, but it's still a good movie, I guess. But the next thing I have to say is Deadpool 2. That fucking trailer of Deadpool 2 where he's in that fucking phone cell. Oh my god, why did that get made? Why does that have so many likes on YouTube? How does this exist? It's complete comedy poison. It's the least funny thing. You can see the punchline half a year away, and it takes 3 minutes to get there, and it's so fucking painful to watch. How do you people like this shit? Fucking Deadpool. I know it's gonna be a good movie. In fact, I'm probably gonna enjoy it more than Logan, but fucking hell, what a shit trailer. I guess if we could tone down the comedy in Deadpool, I would like it more, so that's just great. It's just me liking those movies for all the wrong reasons, and that's why I like Justice League Dark, is because it doesn't have comedy and it doesn't have emotions in it, and that's what makes it a good superhero movie. And that's what I'd like to see, please. Can we have that more? No, I guess not, because it's a fucking straight-to-TV throwaway animated movie, isn't it? What a waste. So the third movie that I'm going to talk about is A Cure for Wellness, which is apparently a horror movie. And horror movies are a big thing that people apparently like, and I don't quite understand why either. I mean, I suppose there's some kind of element of fear and emotion in it that I don't understand because I'm not a proper human apparently. Or at least so it seems, because I can't relate to emotional things like other people can. I guess I just have internalized stoicism. Well, anyways, so the whole movie is about a guy going to a resort, and then it's all disgusting. It's just completely disgusting. It's just, he has visions, hallucinations of disgusting eels, and just disgusting medical things, medical curiosities that don't make sense, very graphical things that make you uneasy, and that's the whole movie. It's just him being uneasy about things that happen around him, things that are disturbing and grotesque. And that's just what these type of horror movies are. It just goes from worse to worse until something interesting happens in the end, hopefully. And usually in horror movies, whatever happens in the end is just unsettling, and it's just pretty much just completely down the toilet. It's basically the whole thing just is a very elongated swirl down the toilet drain, and then the end of the movie is just everything being gone, usually. And I don't understand. That's not a spoiler, by the way. I'm not giving away anything about the ending, and that's so weird. Why do people make and like these movies where just one uncomfortable thing after another for 2 hours? I just don't get it. If you have an action movie, it's not action for 2 hours, is it? You usually have some comedy relief or some character development in between the action. You don't just have 24/7 action. But in horror movies, it's basically all about it's all uncomfortable every second of it, because the times where it's not uncomfortable, it's uncomfortable because you're waiting for something to be uncomfortable. I suppose I'll never understand horror movies because I just don't feel fear when I watch movies, but just such an odd experience. I've not watched a whole lot of horror movies. I don't know if that one was particularly good. I feel that it was good because it wasn't poorly made or anything, and it was interesting in some ways, but it's just the characters are always in this confined space. There's only one. It's pretty much all inside this wellness resort, and nothing ever happens that goes far beyond just that little village. It just feels weird to me that just such a limited thing can be stretched into a whole movie. And it's also just, what they brought up earlier, that was going to be important, and that would come in towards the ending. I mean, it starts off, it just hints towards the girl being involved with some ancient supernatural stuff, and then it just takes so long for that to play out. I just don't understand. I think that there needs to be some kind of horror quickie instead of a horror movie, because I just don't see how this deserves to be 2 hours long. The other horror movies that I've watched are Honeymoon with Leslie Rose, which was just the weirdest thing that I would ever fap to. Just her being on a honeymoon, and then things go from sexual to disturbing all over again, and it's just, at one point a worm comes out of her vagina, and they have to pull it out, and it's stuck inside her. Just, how do movies like this get made? It was just weird, odd things, unsettling things happening for 2 hours. And that's just how horror movies are. Another horror movie I've seen is Drag Me to Hell, which I actually found very entertaining, which was also just unsettling things happening for 2 hours because the main character got cursed by a gypsy. But that movie was also pretty well made in a way, but just, I'm confused. Do I want to see more horror movies or not? I think occasionally I will watch them and I won't mind them too much, but it's just so odd that exists as a thing that people are into. I don't know if it would be better or worse if I would actually get scared by them. Well, anyways, here you go. It's a great ramble from superheroes to super horror villains. And vagina worms, also eels. I forgot to mention, I actually really liked the eels in A Cure for Wellness, so they didn't scare me in any way. They were just beautiful eels. And that time with the girls in the bathtub with the eels, that was almost fappable, if only it would have been for a little longer. Well, let me know if you want to know about any movie in particular that I might have watched. I could talk about it if you want. And like the video, please. Goodbye. Also, subscribe and comment and such. All those things help.